Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the stream for today, the Friday afternoon stream. This lovely October afternoon. I hope all of you are having a lovely day so far. We are going to be starting up a new game today, which I plan to completely have finished and wrapped with by the end of the month, because it is not that lengthy a game, and it is known as The Simpsons Hit and Run. Now, I must say that it's worth pointing out that I 100% understand people's kind of going like, hey, now wait a minute, wait just a minute. I might actually mute just in case of DMCA, because that is a copyrighted theme song. But I 100% understand people's sort of like confusion and apprehension at the question of, oh well, hang on, I can't have the demo spoil things. So let's just get right into it. Hello, Stro. But I 100% understand people's initial apprehension if you're all looking at this and you're going, now, hey, wait a minute. The Simpsons Hit and Run? What is this? I thought that this was Halloween month. I thought this was October, the month of you playing games that are Halloween themed. And it is. This game is a Halloween game. Trust me, it is. I get that you may not see it at first. I get that you might look at this and go, now, this just looks like... Well, it doesn't look like your average Simpsons episode, because usually the Simpsons are 2D animated, and this is quite clearly CGI. Pre-rendered cutscenes and everything. Looking straight out of the Treehouse of Horror episode where Homer goes to the third dimension. Oh, he's kicked the camera. Oh my goodness. But yes, indeed. This is a game that is Halloween themed. You just gotta trust me on this one. You're not gonna see the Halloween themes immediately, but they're there. If you look hard enough, if you squint hard enough with your eyes, you'll notice that this is in fact a Halloween game completely. And it's a total Halloween game. That's what it is. It's also the Simpsons knockoff GTA game. And let's just get right into the plot here. It leads right in from the opening. Hello, Krusty.
A new cola, kids, and this one isn't poisonous to anybody.
That we know of.
New and improved Buzz Cola is made from only the finest sugars and waters. Plus, it has a special ingredient, too hot for the FDA. It'll give you the get up and go you need to do all the pathetic stuff you have to do.
Of course.
Try new improved Buzz Cola.
Cola.
Yeah.
Let's get Buzz Cola.
So, yes, this is that's our opening. Local man ruins hot dog eating contest. Disqualified for vomiting. Study. 90% of video games start with easy tutorial level. And see, October 25th. That's only 6 days before Halloween.
All right, player one. Homer.
Yes.
Use the control stick to move around. This is called walking. Press the A button to jump.
Yeah.
And hold down the X button to run. Anytime you're in the air, hit jump again to get a little extra push.
Yes. Now, I will say, I have to comment on this. When I played this game as a youth, which took me ages, in my household, my parents took the ESRB ratings very seriously. Very, very seriously. And this game was rated T for teen. So, I was not able to officially play this game until I was exactly age 13. Which is ridiculous because this game came out when I was like age 9 or 10. And they let me watch the actual show, The Simpsons. They had no issue with me actually watching the show itself. But playing the video games that were rated T for teen, now that was unacceptable in my household. So, what I'm getting at with this is that I played this game initially on the PlayStation 2, because that's the console I grew up with. However, I am playing this version of the game, which is for the GameCube. I'm playing the GameCube version of the game for this stream. And what is interesting is that in my test runs of this game, to make sure that everything was running smoothly and as it should be, I realized something, which is that Nancy Cartwright, as Bart Simpson, recorded the tutorial voiceovers 3 different times. for each of the different consoles, because the dialogue that she says in this game as Bart, with Bart going like, "Oh, okay, Homer, press this button, press this button, press this button." They had Nancy Cartwright recorded the same dialogue 3 different times for the 3 different consoles, because the takes that she delivers in this version of the game, which is the GameCube version, are not the same takes that she delivers in the PlayStation 2 version. And I found that very fascinating. And all of this is really stalling for time before I have to talk to Marge. Hello, Marge.
Homie, somebody ate every dessert in the house.
Oh,
I
no!
need you to run to the store and pick up some of that ice cream with the miniature pies in it.
Oh, must have been one of our kids. Probably Millhouse.
One of your kids, indeed. The Cola Caper goes to the Quickie Mart and purchase some ice cream and cola.
It's crashing time.
Nice. Okay, then. So.
Press the Y button to get into the car. And don't take all day. This is the tutorial.
Uh-huh.
Okay, homeboy, here's how you drive this thing.
So
Press
this
the
is
L
like
button to accelerate
this
and
is
use the
this is
control
like the
stick to steer.
GameCube exclusive
Left button is your
clips
brake in reverse,
of
and
this.
the B button is
If
your
you played this on the
handbrake. You know,
PlayStation
it's like every
2,
driving game ever.
it's a different take. And if you played it on the Xbox, I assume it's also a different take there. So, let's drive to the Quickie Mart. Let's go. So, whoop.
Way to go, Homer. You the man.
Now this is the
Collecting wrenches fixes your car.
that's the same take. All the like general takes of things are usually like carried over from console to console.
That's the stuff, psycho.
Uh-huh.
And so it begins.
It sure does, doesn't it, Bart?
Ooh, brain like shiny thing.
Mm.
Great. Those shiny things are called coins. Whenever
Yes.
you get enough of those, you can get a cool surprise.
A cool surprise. You say in the tutorial screen that we can purchase cars and clothes, so that's not necessarily a surprise now, is it, Bart? Follow me.
Move it.
I ask of you. So, yes, now at this point, I 100% get that you're looking at this and you're going, now this just looks like Homer's driving to the Quickie Mart.
You can go inside some
Uh-huh.
buildings by pressing the Y
Yes.
button. Why did I agree to do this stupid tutorial? And it's so boring.
Yes, indeed. Ah!
I wish I had a dog with a
Well,
saddle.
I know that you all might be looking at... Hang on, I need to back up the car. I know that you all might be looking at this and going, okay, well, Homer's just going to the Quickie Mart and he's purchasing some ice cream and soda. Now, how does this tie into Halloween? And it ties in. It does. You just wait, and you will see how this game ties into Halloween. It's coming soon. Don't you worry.
Congratulations, Homer. Mission complete. Go back home and talk to Mom to start the next mission.
I shall. I'm nothing if not committed, Bart, to the plot line of this game. Nothing if not committed. So,
Well, it's about time.
is it? So, yeah, this is... Oh, my goodness. Look at what's happened here. Now, how outrageous. I can't believe this. That's... Now, I mean, mind you, this game is called Hit and Run, so you gotta expect some shenanigans like that happening. Oh! That was just obscene, the violence on display there. What? Hang on, I need to... I could salvage this. I could just get the car going like... Bop, like that. There's also a famous story. As you can see with the button layout here, you can attack random passerby in the street. Just start kicking away. It is a classic story that when they were making this game, when Radical Entertainment, I think, is the studio behind this, when they were making this game, they were like, now, under no circumstances do we allow Matt Groening, creator of The Simpsons, when we give him the presentation to get his sign of approval on this, under no circumstances do we show him the fact that you can, as Homer, kick Marge. And what's the first thing Matt Groening did when he was given the chance to test out this game? Went to town on Marge. Ah! There she goes. Whoopsie.
Homie,
Right through the car.
School without her science project.
Homer!
Oh, do I have to?
You can drop it off on the way to work.
Ooh.
And I have to go to work?
Julie Kavner's voice cracked on that one. SMRT. Race Principal Skinner to the school and give Lisa her science project.
Sweet.
Okay, and there it is. That certainly is a science project. Boink, let's get it. Alright, cool. And off to the school we go.
Eat my dust.
Ooh, the music has become intense now.
I mean, I gotta get more.
Ah! is Skinner. It's Seymour. Ah! Okay, so we gotta cut corners here to make this race go much quicker and much more in our favor. Oh my goodness. So I'm not necessarily certain. I would have to do more research into it, but I do think that for the most part, I think for the most part this game takes obviously influence, but I think it does reuse a lot of the same assets and engine from The Simpsons Road Rage, which is this game that was the Simpsons game that Radical Entertainment made before Hit and Run. It was interesting the way, I would say it wasn't really until the PlayStation 2 generation that Simpsons video games really started to hit their stride a little bit. And I say a little bit because there was still variable room of good to bad in terms of what we got. But to me, there's like the first really good Simpsons video game outside of the arcade game, because everyone knows the arcade game is like is a classic of classic proportions. What's over here, by the way? Hello, Mr. Snrub.
Come on, while we're young.
Yeah, see, that dialogue is ripped straight from Simpsons Road Rage. Now, see, it's interesting to me because I really think that it's right at the PlayStation 2 generation, outside of the arcade game, where Simpsons video games really started to hit their stride. And in terms of the PlayStation 2 generation, or whatever number generation is GameCube, Xbox, and PS2, it's interesting that the way the Simpsons video games really hit their stride was just to blatantly knock off other games. There were 3 games for this generation that came out that were all blatant knockoffs of popular franchises of the day. The first was The Simpsons Road Rage, which was their knockoff version of Crazy Taxi. And then there was The Simpsons Skateboarding, which was developed by the game studio The Code Monkeys, well known for their work on the Shrek Party game. They made the Shrek Party game for the PlayStation 1. I do believe good friend JB played that on stream a couple months ago and had themselves a time with it. And then after the Code Monkeys gave us The Simpsons Skateboarding, which was their version of Tony Hawk, that was when we got us this game, which is The Simpsons Hit and Run, obviously, and was their takeoff of the Grand Theft Auto series. I'm not entirely certain if it's a specific game in the series that they were, like, taking... oh, what? Yes?
Little surprises are hidden inside each one. Be sure to come back again to see if there's something you missed.
Yeah, see, this is the collection bonus stuff of finding all the gags.
Even Springfield Penitentiary has been locked down.
Which doesn't necessarily... They aren't the funniest of gags. They're more so, like, references to older episodes and things, but still.
Ned Flanders.
They're there.
Miffed and PO'd.
Why me? I'm the world's greatest neighbor. I even have a mug to that effect.
Uh-huh. Now, it's interesting, the writing in this game. It's decent. It's certainly on par with the writing in the show at the time, which is to say, it's not as strong as seasons 1 through 8/9, but it's at least on par with seasons like 11 or seasons 12. It's above where they are right now on season like 35 or something. If not season 4. Are they at season 40? They're probably at season 36 now, aren't they? Because like the first Simpsons season was like started Christmas 1989. So I assume that like the math on that would equate to this being like season 36 or season 37. We're fast approaching season 40 of The Simpsons. Now that is either inspiring or egregious based off of how you feel on the quality of current day Simpsons. It's quite something else if I do say so myself. For a TV show to go 40 years is certainly a thing that a TV show can do. I'm not saying that that has happened yet for The Simpsons, but like,
Well, Flanders wants it back.
it's coming. Oh, okay. So anyways, yes, it's interesting level 1, because level 1 is not necessarily the most plot intensive of all of the levels. It is pretty much meant to function as the base level tutorial level, even though the only real tutorial-esque mission within the game is just the first one. And then, like, everything else is just sort of random assorted moments of Homer's day. But mind you, that can be fascinating in and of itself, because you get to really see, like, okay, for the time this game came out, it's like, oh, here, let's place you into an episode of The Simpsons. That is the thing that every Simpsons video game since, like, the NES had been trying, and for the most part failing to accomplish, which is, let's make you feel like you're playing a video game where you are within an episode of The Simpsons. And there wasn't much that had really come close to that in terms of, or at least as close as this did. Which is kind of funny because, like I mentioned earlier, this game was pretty much just The Simpsons trying to do their version of GTA. And yet, in doing so, they did craft an experience that is not too dissimilar from being in, like, a season 12 episode of The Simpsons. They went further, I think, in, like, actually making a Simpsons episode that is meant to be experienced as a video game a couple years later, when EA made the Simpsons game. And the fact that they never followed up on that with anything and instead just went into mobile game microtransaction land with Simpsons Tapped Out is eternally disappointing to me. But, you know, that's a topic for a different time. You might be wondering why I'm not driving this car, and it's because in one hand I have a part of my lunch that I'm going to bite into for a second so I can have the rest of my lunch. Now, you see what happens when you... No, don't do that again. Anyway. Alright, so... Still looking for a plot to this game. Still looking to... Still has redeemed me take a drink, and I shall. I shall do that right now.
Homie, you're late for work. And today's your workplace evaluation with Mr. Smithers.
Homie, you're late for work!
Then where will my scorpions live? Only one person can help me. Lenny.
Also, like, Homer is, like, twice the size of Marge. Like, it's quite something. I won't lie. Another reason, I've been wanting to play this game on stream or as a Let's Play for a long time now. I've definitely wanted to play this game online for quite some time. A decent amount of years. And the main reason why I was holding out on it and was waiting until this moment was mainly because there was another prominent online gaming collective of people that played this game online and did such a high-profile, fantastic job with it. I felt that doing my own version was a bit unnecessary and sort of unneeded. But now I don't care anymore, as you can clearly see, because I'm in the midst of playing this game. So that's how it is. Anyways, just gonna smash the boxes. The Buzz Cola boxes and the Buzz Cola soda machines are always prime places to collect hefty amounts of coins, which you will need for sections upcoming, such as this one, which we have incoming right now. Hang on a second. I do want to do something funny. I want to do something that I shall enjoy a lot. Hey, Homer! Ah! Hello, Lenny.
Hey, Homer, how about a breakfast churro?
Hey, Homer!
Tell me where to find Mr. Smithers.
I saw him at the Quickie Mart. More breakfast churros for Lenny.
I need a car with a little more junk in the trunk if I'm
Hey,
gonna take
Homer!
it. I wonder if
It's
Bob
me,
is
Lenny,
there.
Homer.
Okay.
That's my can't move!
I'm so glad I got the chance to finally use that clip. Alrighty. Now then. I think via smashing those boxes and machines, I should have enough to get the Plow King from Barney.
Barney, can I borrow the Plow King? Take what you want, sexy leprechaun. Just don't shoot me with that dart gun. Oh, whatever.
It's funny because he's drunk. Yeah, I got enough. Woo! Alright then, now we begin the mission proper. You know, back when I was younger, it took me ages to get enough coins to earn the Plow King. This was back when I had to play this game as like a rental from video rental stores. Office-based. Destroy Smiver's car before he gets to the power plant.
If you ever feel like getting a new set of wheels,
Yeah.
and you're not picky, just talk to old Gil. He's always got a couple crap boxes to sell.
Yeah, and they're interesting as like cars in and of themselves because they're usually references to the show, but they aren't necessarily like the best controlling cars or the fastest experiences. So that is always a little bit of a dilemma. Oh my goodness. But yes, so now here we are driving the Plow King, and the stats do change. This is you can definitely feel the weight of driving this car. It doesn't turn as easy and has harder brakes and things. It's a different kind of experience driving this than the classic pink Homer car. But it's good for smashing things, and that's what we're after right now. Bye-bye, Smithers. We're gonna kill Smithers. I hope you all are okay with this. That this is the end goal of right now is to take out Waylon Smithers. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take him out. Halloween horror has commenced. There we go. See, this is it. This is the he's got a fast car. He's got a fast car I need to catch up with. Okay, the key is trying to get him on the corners and on the side. Because it is easy for these cars and the AI of these cars to get out of a situation by just backing up like this. You really just kind of want to corner them. Corner them in a corner and let them back themselves into oblivion. Just like this. Yes. There we go.
My convertible! I just waxed and undercoated.
That's what you get for expecting me to do the job for which I am paid.
Yes, indeed. See, there's a lesson in there, I think. Okay, well, now that we've destroyed Smiver's car so that way we don't have to go to work, let's now proceed to go to work. So, how's everyone doing today? How's everyone's week been? I hope you all have had a lovely day so far. I hope things have been moving along smoothly and well for each and every one of you. It's been an interesting week for me. After last week where I was pretty much doing a stream or guesting on a stream like every single day, this was a more laid-back, casual kind of week, which had both its upsides and its downsides. The upsides were that I didn't feel as on point all the time with having to be like a quote-unquote performer. However, the downsides were me still having to go through. I'm still in the midst of dealing with car troubles from August. So, having all this stuff go on where I was, like, just not totally, I still haven't gotten back into the regular grind of going to my job and all this other stuff. It just meant that, like, all things considered, the usual, day was really, it was an interesting kind of feeling of sort of having a mixture of, like, feeling relaxed and comfortable with not having to do anything while simultaneously becoming very restless at doing nothing. It's an interesting sensation where I was sort of just like thinking to myself like I should be doing more than what I'm doing, and I feel like that is a detriment to my own, like, I don't know, it was an odd sensation. I was just like, I wish I was doing more than this you know, just sitting around. And I'm hoping that within the next couple weeks, life will be more active in a more healthy way. Which is to say that, like, I won't have to be as reliant on doing streams to feel like I have something to do with my regular life, but then I will also, like, not be sitting around doing nothing. I'll feel like I'm being a little bit productive as a human being, you know, because, you know, it is an interesting thing to, like, sort of have a week of, like, by the end of last week, I was pretty exhausted. Like, by last Saturday, after I did the second Monster Prom stream with Cleaver and Euphony, I was pretty zapped out by the end of it, and I think that did sort of play into like a sort of sense of general malaise that I'd had, like, over the course of the weekend, just because I was, like, really, you know, not necessarily depressed, but just feeling, like, drained. And so now, you know, this has been a more casual, laid-back sort of week, which has been nice, but I'm also eagerly anticipating the moment when I get the chance to go back into, you know, having a more active life schedule whilst simultaneously maintaining a healthy balance of like being on and offline. Also, hello again, Lenny. I should point out this just in case.
Feel free to get a ride from anybody you see on the street. We Simpsons have done a lot for Springfield, so it's okay to get something back.
It's interesting the way the game frames this, because as is quite obvious, and as I've pointed out, Hit and Run was pretty blatantly the Simpsons sort of takeoff or spoof of GTA. And in GTA, yes, you can hijack any car you want to, and that's part of the whole, like, flavor and style of the game that it is. However, it's interesting with the tutorial in this game and the way Bart responds to you, like, quote-unquote hijacking a car. He's like, oh, it's okay to get something back. We've done a lot for Springfield. So in this game, they frame the hijacking car mechanic as more of a sort of, you know, like, Springfield feeling indebted to The Simpsons, which is an interesting sort of scenario because it kind of rips the, I wouldn't say the gristle out of what's going on here, but it is certainly, like, painting a happy face over something that isn't necessarily meant to be super, you know, positive, I guess. It's an interesting case study, I should say. Now, there is more plot that is incoming. However, I want to show off more of this game while I can, because there is a lot to show off, and this is, after all, the tutorial level where you are meant to see everything the game has to offer. So, here's a random person. It's Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel with an exclamation point.
Okay, around town you'll probably run into a few people I like to call losers.
Of course.
Maybe they need a ride, or maybe they need help. Whatever, the point is, once you've helped them out, they will be available to help drive your lazy butt around.
As one would expect they would. That's classic stuff right there. What have you to say for yourself, Cletus?
Hey, I know you. You're in my dumb guy support group.
Uh-huh.
Mind if I borrow your truck for a while?
No can do, Mr. Fancy Blue Pants. I've begotten to finish up my daily chores.
Yeah.
Or else Brandine ain't making her muskrat pie tonight.
Fine, I'll help you with your hillbilly chores.
You help me bring in this season's harvest, and I'll take you anywheres you be needing to go.
Fantastic.
First, most, I want you to go to the gas station.
So, most of these bonus missions are, well, they're bonuses, and they're pretty inconsequential to the main story itself. They exist purely for the purpose of helping you get the 100% completion of unlocking as many cars as possible. Some of the cars that you get out of the bonus missions are really cool and fun, others are not necessarily the most exciting. And usually the bonus missions are interesting because they put you more in the they put you in a greater chance of getting a hit and run status, which is when the cops chase after you and you have to really evade them. It's the classic. The hit and run status in this game is like the wanted meter in GTA. Except instead of it going from like 1 star to 2 star to 3 star, it is pretty much just like you can get away with a lot of stuff of destruction, and then as long as you just have a sustained period of being more kind of calm and collected, or less so calm and collected and more so evasive and good at dodging obstacles, then the likelihood of you getting like the high wanted ranking is pretty low. So so like for example, I've been evasive in my approach with heading to the tobacco farm because I know what's incoming with this mission, which is that we're about to drive through this section because we need to just do this thing. And more so than anything else in this game, this mission really just puts you in a position of getting the hit and run meter up like that. Yep. So I have 49 seconds to wow. Did they nearly destroy my car? No, I nearly destroyed theirs. Oh well. So now I've lost some coinage, which is going to be very disappointing. But I also am going to try to take the opportunity. Please land that, thank you. I'm going to try to take the opportunity to get out of my way NPC cars. I'm trying to take the opportunity to get some of the collectibles that are out and about in this level before we get into the proper plot line of the game itself. Because this whole, everything up to this point has been kind of window dressing for the actual plot of the game itself. And the next mission is going to be where the story of Hit and Run really kind of begins. So I'm going to take just a little bit of a detour to really look into what we have going on here. So while we're in this area, what else is out and about around the town? We've got a wrench here that I'm going to pick up because I know what I'm about to do. And is Thrill House.
Here's how this works. Millhouse, Nelson, and Ralph run a series of races around town. Complete all the races, and you unlock a new vehicle. Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm gonna do it. Okay, Bart, I got you.
Millhouse, you little wiener, what are you doing here?
Daddy and Selma won't give me a license to ride a bike without safety wheels, unless I run the driving tests.
Of course. That sounds like Patty and Selma. So you get the 3 different races.
3, 2,
The first one is the time trial race, and these are some of the ones I have usually. The time trial races are not the hardest to take care of because they usually just end up being tiny loops like this one. Like we're just driving in a square, really, with this course, which isn't the biggest hardship in the world. Mind you, I'm not the best at controlling these cars, so like they have the drift mechanic, but it's not like Mario Kart, you know. It's very much like sort of, you know, it's a bit of a slip slide mechanic. A bit. It is a little bit like driving on a slip and slide. But if you can master it and not destroy your car completely, you can get it down pretty well, and then that can help you get through time trial situations such as this. I have 2 laps to go and 35 seconds to do it. I think the last lap I did in 15 seconds, so I don't think there should be too much of a major dilemma. I think this should be more than accommodating. Ooh, okay. I nearly drifted out of control, but there we go.
Depressing. I'm going to feed your driver's license to Jub Jub.
Oh, Jub Jub. That's the fun of being someone who studies everything they consume. I have the fun of knowing that Jub Jub is a name that was written by Conan O'Brien. Thank you, Seth, for the host. I very much appreciate it. Whilst I am out and about in this section of town, let's deal with the wasp camera here and the collector's cards. The collector's cards are kind of cool because they kind of function as like sort of, well, hang on. Wasp camera. About to attack! Oh no! Oh my goodness. So you can actually, there are enemies in this game. Whoa, nice try. I'm surprised that Bart didn't say anything this go round, but oh well.
There's some collector cards hidden all over Springfield. Find the other ones and sweet reward is yours for the taking. If you want to take a closer look at the cards, you can see them in the pause menu.
Yes.
But don't get your stinky fingers on them, fatty.
Oh, well, no. And then we got the first one, the Mr. Sparkle box. So the collector's cards are kind of fun because they function essentially, you know, you have the two different forms of references to the show in this game. You have either visual on-screen references in terms of like billboards that are, or like, you know, things like the world's largest toilet up there in the corner, like things that are modeled into the game, or the don't eat beef, eat deer billboard. All these things that are like callbacks to jokes from the show itself that sort of just exist to be in the game, and you just look at them and you go, oh, that's cool. And then there are the gags, which are very like generic references to the show. Like, for example, there's a gag right here that I can use, and this is a callback to the episode where Homer becomes becomes overly fat, and this is a reference to the venting of the gas of the tank, which is the climax of that episode. You know, so I mean, like, you have those little things of like, oh, look, there's that there, and ain't that cool that they have a reference to that episode. But, you know, to me, the most rewarding of all of the, like, callbacks and things to the show itself are the collector cards that you find scattered throughout the level, because they sort of function as, like, full-blown episode guides, you know, where you collect them and they, like, recap plots of episodes and even have, like, some quotes attached to them. So, like, once I get this collector card up here, like, you have to really work to get them anyways. And once you do, then it's there's two rewards with the collector card, really, that you get out of each one. And you really do have to kind of work to get them. So, let's see here. Ooh, okay. Gotta work with what this game considers platforming. Alright, there we go. And get this there. So, there's the carbon rod from the Deep Space Homer episode. Now, if we go to the pause menu and go to view cards, there's the two collector's cards. So, if we go here, we've got episode 1F13, Deep Space Homer. Homer's greatest rival at work, the inanimate carbon rod. First beat him out for Employee of the Month, then was credited with saving the space shuttle crew upon re-entry. And there's a quote from Homer at the bottom of the screen scrolling past, "Stupid carbon rod. It's all just a popularity contest." Like, these are full-blown, like, little bits of references to, like, classic episodes in the show. They function essentially as a great episode guide of, like, if you want, you know, like, sort of to go on a little binge of episodes that sort of greatly define, you know, each of the different Simpsons. Those are usually, like, the collector cards are usually the ones that point toward the greatest episodes that sort of define those characters' most outrageous antics. And they're for me, of all the things that you collect in this game, the most enjoyable. Oh, there we go.
Turned up all over Springfield. They always seem to turn up whenever something exciting happens. I don't know what they are, but violence is always an appropriate response in the face of the unknown.
That's not necessarily true, Bart, but oh, there we go. Smashed one of them with the car. Can I smash the other one with the car? That's the question I have on display here. Oh, well, not if it drives off like that. And I can tell that it's angry at me now, but I know that they're up to no good. I know that they are the main enemy of the game.
Look, that wasn't part of the deal.
So you go, oh, you got in much closer now. Oh, come on. Shoot your thing off. Oh, no, you're just gonna sit there for ages and ages and ages? Alright, fine with me. I'll focus instead on getting this. Ah, oh, dang it. Alright, well, where are you then? Oh, okay. Gotta get higher elevation to get this wasp camera. I'm not necessarily planning on... Oh, there we go. I'm not necessarily planning on 100%ing this game in particular. I'm going to try to do whatever I can within, like, each level, obviously. But, like, and certainly this level I'm going to try to show off and showcase as much as I can. But in terms of, like, full-blown, let's really, like, try to 100% and find every single gag, win every single race, find every single card and all that stuff. That's not necessarily on my to-do list. It's more so I'm going to show off what I can in this level in particular, since this is meant to be the tutorial stage, so that you like play through to really get a sense of what kind of game it is you're playing. That being said, I think it's worth also discussing how, like, well fleshed out this world is. I mean, this does take a lot of influence, if not completely borrow game engines and voice lines and things from Simpsons Road Rage. And Simpsons Road Rage, I think, maybe had a better defined map of Springfield in terms of, like, really giving you a glimpse as to, like, what each different part of Springfield probably lays out as. But that being said, like, certainly the map in the world, the 3 different maps in this game, because there's 7 levels to this game and 3 different maps to it, which is to say that there are going to be repeat levels. Oh my gosh, Bart, how dare you? Bart's AI is like the one we have to really watch out for. Cutting me off at the pass like that. How outrageous. Okay, there we go. You really do have to become master of the drifting mechanic in order to get those sharp turns without completely spinning out of control and maintaining speed and distance. And we're definitely going to see the ramifications of that. Oh, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. There we go. Okay, got that tilted background. I can recover this. I can salvage it. I can salvage it. Believe you me, I'm nothing if not salvageable. Okay, whoosh. And okay, come on. This is only the 2nd lap, so see, that's gonna cost me big time, I think. The rubber banding on the AI with these cars is interesting because it really is you versus Bart. The other 2 cars they don't pose as much of a threat, and yet I will maintain that sometimes I look down at the mini map in the corner of the screen to see, like, how the competition is doing, and I swear sometimes it really does feel like the main, like, 2nd place car, the rubber banding on it always feels to me a little bit out of sorts. Like, there might probably be some jump cutting that I can't see off camera that's getting it to maintain such a close race. Because sometimes the mini map, it looks like the car behind you is like really far behind you, and then suddenly it's like really right up on your tail. And I've always been kind of suspicious on how that all plays itself out. But either way, we won this race.
This is terrible. I'm gonna drown my sorrows at the Golden Banana.
Oh, are you? Okay then. So that's 2 out of the 3. I might as well show this off as well, because it is a feature in the game. Let me sprint on over to this. Each level, I'm pretty certain it's each and every level, I could be wrong about that, but each level has got a special secret card that you can pick up, that are all different references to things within, if not the show, then certainly, like, other things. So here, for example, is the secret car of this level, which is the rocket car, which has completely different stats than any other car. It's humongously fast. It's got, like, 0 turning. And what's even more impressive is that it is incredibly easy to damage. It is the most fragile car, which is why I'm showing it off to you now, because we're just going to crash this. Off it goes. Oh!
Wow, you really homerized that car. Don't worry, just sit tight for a few seconds and everything will be as good as new. Why? Who knows? I just reads what they tells me.
You're doing good, Bart. You're doing real good. So, yes, you do lose coins if you destroy your vehicle like that. Now, I don't think that... Oh, well, there we go. That fixed that up. I would prefer it if they fixed up the other car, because I'm not taking that wrecked car everywhere, because, as previously shown, it is a very fragile car. But we're going to move on now to the third race, wherever that is. But yeah. So there's a great many things to hit and run, and it is, it is earned because of the many things that are all contained within this one solitary video game. This has earned the reputation of being one of, if not the best Simpsons video games. Certainly, I think probably it stands as the greatest home console video game. With the close competition being Road Rage and the Simpsons game. I do somewhat prefer this game to the arcade game, just because the arcade game is definitely, it doesn't feel necessarily like a Simpsons game, it just feels like a classic 90s beat-em-up arcade game. Mind you, I think that's probably what people like about the Simpsons arcade game, is that it is not necessarily wrapped up in being full of references or making you feel like you're inside of an episode, and more so just giving you, standing as a classic example of a classic arcade beat-em-up game. And to that end, I can see why people would want that as their main source of, like, oh, if you're gonna play any Simpsons video game, play the arcade game. But I think in terms of, like, actually crafting a world and making it feel lived in, and making it feel like a universe that is, like, very as close to being inside of an episode of the show as possible, I certainly think you can't go wrong with Simpsons Hit and Run. I think it does the job the best out of all of them. The Simpsons game comes close, but it is certainly not as it's more sporadic and variant, the quality. I think actually, you know what it is with the Simpsons game on, like, 360 and PS3 and all that stuff? I think the issue with the EA Simpsons game is that it's a bit too self-aware of its own self and mythos. Granted, that's the point of that game. The whole point is that it is a metatextual commentary on the state of the video games industry circa 2007, 2008. But that being said, I do think that in terms of it almost does too much for its own good, and doesn't really focus on, like, a solitary, singular mechanic that works for its entire duration, which is what I think Hit and Run does, in so much that it goes, we've got a driving mechanic that's fun, that we've worked on and developed for The Simpsons Road Rage. Now, what if we put it into a game that had a little bit more of an intensive plot going on, and had a little bit more structure than just being a knockoff Crazy Taxi? And mind you, like I said before, they accomplish it by becoming a knockoff GTA, but, hey, I'm not going to complain. The land of GTA works well for The Simpsons, clearly, because look at the amount of things we're getting to do. All in like 1 hour. We've gotten so much done.
Hello, little son of the police chief, little angel.
Nice man, lady.
Oh my goodness.
Judge.
So, race 3, checkpoint race. So,
One.
the Ralph races are probably the most enjoyable ones for me, because I talked over the last race, certainly, but you had the 3 different variants of races in this game, which is, well, technically 4, but we'll get to that in a second. But the 3 main variants of races that you do in Simpsons Hit and Run is the time trial races, the lap races, and then these, which are the checkpoint races. And for my money, the checkpoint races are the most enjoyable, because they just feel more expansive than the races where you just have to do a couple of laps around a specific section of the game map. In these races, you have to go pretty much across the entirety of the level, and that is much more exciting, and the stakes feel much higher because of it, because you have to really... But it sort of banks on your knowledge and how much attention you've been paying to the grander world around you as you explore within the whole entirety of the game map and the game world that you're traversing. And even then, too, in doing so, with the placement of some of the checkpoints, it helps you clue into what are the best shortcuts, what are the best, quickest ways to get from point A to point B, which is definitely something you're going to need. So, we've done all 3 of those, and I've unlocked the Electoris, which I shall not use in this stream. I will probably bring that out later, but for today, that is not necessarily on the docket of things I feel a great grand necessity to take care of. Instead, I'm going to show off the 4th kind of race, because there are actually 4 races. There's the 3 main ones, which are the ones that are hosted by Milhouse, Nelson, and Ralph, and overseen by Patty and Selma. But then there are also the 4th races, which are the betting races. And essentially these are the same thing as the checkpoint races, but they're a time trial race as well. They blend the difference between the time trial and the checkpoint races, which is essentially you have a limited amount of time to do a full lap around the entirety of the level. And if you can get through the entire stage in a certain amount of time, then you get a payout of a certain amount of coins, which can be very, very beneficial. But simultaneously, in order to do it appropriately, you do have to put a little bit of coinage on the line, and you do have to place down some money. So if you lose, you are at a net loss, but if you win, you're at a... It's gambling, essentially. It's just gambling.
If you need to really put the hammer down and drive, you can always enter these time trial races. They cost a little to enter, but they have a mucho dinero payoff.
Yeah, thanks, Bart, for explaining what I said. So, and they're hosted here by Fat Tony's mob. Not necessarily Fat Tony himself, because it would cost them a lot of money to get Joe Montana in to do voice work, I think. I don't really know what Joe's up to these days, outside of doing an occasional Fat Tony cameo here and there. But still, I'm going to try to do this in 3 minutes, 15 seconds. And I'm going to try to do it whilst ignoring the fact that for some reason, I don't know why, but my nose is really itchy right now. And it has been the entirety of the stream, and it's been driving me kind of bonkers. And I don't know why that is the case. I don't know why. It hasn't been like this at all today until literally I went live, and then all of a sudden my nose was like, hey, but I really am gonna itch like mad, and I'm gonna drive you nuts because you're gonna be trying to focus on talking and commentating, and I'm gonna be irritating you by being itchy. I can only assume it's allergy related, because what else could it be? But it's definitely been getting at me today, I will say. And it waits until I go on stream, too. I don't know why the nose has decided to do this current irritation toward me, or this aggression, this unchecked, uncalled for aggressive behavior to the streamer. The main character of Homer here, throwing around the word ass as much as he is, certainly upset my mother, because he doesn't swear as much in the show itself, because, you know, network television, but they got away with it in the show, and my goodness gracious me, did that upset my mother. So that's why she was fine with me playing Simpsons Road Rage, because you had other options for other characters to play who didn't swear, like Marge or Lisa or Grandpa, you know, surprisingly. But I was banned from playing as Homer, and I was banned from playing as Bart when I played Road Rage. And certainly the fact that Homer was the main character of the first level in this game did not help my chances for playing this game as a youngster until I was a teenager. Because, again, as I said at the top of this stream, ESRB ratings were very seriously took and adhered to in my household. Okay, there. I've gotten almost 1,000 coins. That should cover me pretty well for the rest of this level, I would say. So I would dare to say. Let me look at how many cards I have. I have Okay, because I know where the final 3 are, to my recollection. That's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay, so I know where the others are. So let me get the rest of these cards, so that way then I can at least show off, in between levels, I can show off what they do and what they represent. Because I have already shown off that they act as very fun collectibles in terms of functioning essentially as makeshift episode guides for classic episodes of the series. Here we see Apu's famous ceiling garden. This is from the episode Lisa the Vegetarian. This is where he brings Lisa up to explain to her that it's okay to be a vegetarian, and then she is encouraged to maintain her vegetarianism by Paul and Linda McCartney, which is actually, fun fact, a decision that the writers of the show maintained because they wanted Paul McCartney to do a guest slot on the show, and he was like, hey, you know, I will do a guest spot on The Simpsons because Ringo and George have already done it, and I'll gladly talk about how vegetarianism is cool, but if I'm going to do it, Lisa can't be eating meat the next episode. If she's going to be a vegetarian, she has to commit to vegetarianism. And the writers all went, yeah, sure, we can run with that. So there's always a fun story I like to tell of how a Beatle encouraged the deepening lore of The Simpsons. Also, hi, Lilith. People are maybe talking about me. About what? I don't know what people would be talking about me for. I don't think I'm that fascinating. Maybe that I haven't looked at chat in a while. That might be a reference to me saying I don't know why my nose is itching. But usually that's a sensation of ears. If people are talking about me, or if they say your ears are burning. Not necessarily related to the nose, but but it's cool. It's cool, Lilith. I get what you were going for there. Gonna smash that up, and smash that up, and smash that. Go! Get wasps there down.
I found my lost nachos.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Eat my dust.
I mean, it's something or other. I don't know what. So let's see here. How many cards does that leave? That leaves 2, I think, that I'm missing. I know one is... Actually, I know where they are. I know where the last 2 of these cards are. So I'm gonna go... Let me go over here and get the second to last card, because there's no real reason why I would traverse over here except for the express reason of getting this final collectible card in this level. There it is. This is the Wiggum household, as we see Ralph here in the background. Oh, we accidentally knocked him over. I can't believe it. Oh, there's also a wasp camera back here. There it is. Come on, get it. There we go. So the wasps, as you can tell, are very, very easy to knock out. The hardest part about getting rid of them really is just working with what this game's attempt at platforming is, and working with the kind of odd depth perception that is on display here. But simultaneously, they will become a little bit harder in the future levels because they will have an energy shield around them, which means instead of having to hit them once, you have to hit them twice. Adaptive difficulty at its finest, everybody. Okay, let me just do a... Oh, sorry, friend. I need to go check back here behind the house for the final collectible card. I will show off what getting all of them together does at the end of stream. Oh, dang. Well, there goes the swing set. No more rides on the swing for the Simpson children. There we go. And new bonus game track unlocked. I will show off what that does later. Let's get these gags out of the way. You'll notice a lot of these gags are related to things being set on fire. I don't necessarily know why. This is why I was saying before how usually the gags in this game are not the most... They may be like references to episodes of the show, but they're not the most amazing, like, oh, laugh out loud moments, despite being called gags. Anyways, let's Now that I've done all the collecting of the day, let's get back into the plot.
Bearded cartoon creator incarcerated in a Peruvian jail.
Uh-huh.
In other news, local citizens are outraged over the discovery of surveillance cameras throughout the town. We go now to City Hall, where Mayor Quimby is fielding questions from an angry mob.
These miniature cameras are an outrage.
Yeah, I have that kind of naturally. I don't. That's not like a. That's just generally how it is with me. I have a tendency to
Other unexplained news,
stutter and slur my words a lot.
appearing all over town.
Marge, that black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, you're so sexy when you're paranoid.
Okay, interesting line there from Marge. Interesting line delivery. That's an interesting choice to make. Alright, so let us investigate the black van, and... oh, off it goes! So now begin the follow missions. I'm sorry! Oh, no! The brutal destruction on display. It's almost too much. So, the basic gist of these missions is you just gotta be on top of the AI as much as possible. And I'm fascinated to see if it's going to... I don't want to hen tease this too much, because I could be wrong about this, but sometimes these follow missions don't necessarily go the way they're supposed to. And I'm interested to see if we're going to get an example of that here in a couple seconds. If we do, that will be most rewarding, but if not, then I'll explain after we get past the part that I'm thinking of. Oh, dang. Okay, and...
Watch it.
yeah, there we go. See, sometimes the AI on the cars you have to track down glitches out a bit. Whoa! And sometimes that physics exists. I've had more than a couple of instances. What the car is trying to do is vault over that section. I've had more than a couple of instances where it misses the turn it's supposed to take and just crashes into a wall. And sometimes you can actually outdrive the car because of it and lose the mission because you're waiting for the AI on the robot car to stop crashing into a wall.
Oh, Mr. Burns is behind all this.
Is he?
Evil spying is so like him, that wrinkled old monkey skeleton.
Oh. Well, I mean, yeah.
Oh, that was
It is
easy.
a classic Mr. Burns maneuver. Mr. Burns is the definition of just like a classic evil old capitalist. Alright, now let us move on to the next type of mission that we get to display here, which is very, very fun. It also gives a preview of what's to come. So, there's two more kinds of, well, there's really one more kind of mission we got
Your
here.
driving is adequate, but
So,
not
now let's talk to Marge. Homer!
Mr. Burns is spying on everybody. We've got to follow him.
Not now, Homer. A new violent video game has hit the streets, and we need to get rid of it before it warps any children with its bloops and bleeps.
But that game sounds awesome.
And therefore should be destroyed.
I guess.
The game had it coming. Alright, so it's a reference to Bone Storm. Remember Bone Storm from Season 7 episode Marge Be Not Proud? I don't remember what number it is in Season 7. I just know it's a Season 7 episode. It's the episode where Milhouse is like, "This game's amazing, and I only just typed my name, Thrill House." And then you see the game and it says Thrill Ho because he ran out of space to actually put house. So it just says Thrill H-O. So now we're playing as Marge, or rather we're surrogate playing as Marge via playing as Homer, because she's the one driving. And this is the kind of mission where we crash into the back of the car to, usually we like crash into cars either to destroy them or to steal things from them. Oh, let's keep this going. Come on, AI, keep driving into walls. See how that goes for you. We can do this all day. Look at this. Oh, amazing. Well, alright, now I need to get these two. Luckily for me, I have over 2 minutes to get one more hit out on this driver. Pow! And there we go. Alright then. That was easy enough. Let's move forward. Woohoo!
You're looking at some serious road rage.
That's not the game we're playing, Marge. We're not playing road rage, we're playing hit and run. You gotta get that together, Marge. You can't be referencing 2 games ago.
You're looking at some serious Simpsons skateboarding.
Oh, dang. Crashed into a tree. Good thing that this part of the mission isn't on a timer. Just gotta make it happen.
If only kids would play more video games about sharing.
If
Well,
only.
You know I have poor crazy plans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go spy on my boss.
The way Dan Castellaneta delivered that line, it took me ages. Actually, I won't lie, it took me until right now to realize that he just said, Marge, you know I abhor crazy plans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go spy on my boss.
Can you come and get me?
Which I thought for the longest time he was saying, Marge, you know I have poor crazy plans. But he says abhor, which is a synonym for detest, or despise, or don't like. So, I don't know why he said the word abhor, and then delivered it in a way that sounds like have poor. So, that's an oddity. Because it took me ages to realize that that's the joke. The joke is that he's saying, I don't like crazy plans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go spy on Mr. Burns. And then Marge is like, Homer! So, now we're fast approaching the end of level 1, which is to say that each level has 8 missions in it. 1 bonus mission and 7 story missions. And this is, what we're about to do now, is the last story mission. If I wanted to, I'm gonna play this level as intended, but I also may come back to this and show an amazing skip if I can get this to work properly. So, let's talk to Carl. Hi, Carl.
You look like you're having one of your trademark adventures.
Danger! Mr. Burns! Mini cameras! Black vans!
Well, good thing I'm drunk.
Stupid
Carl looks
drunk.
really zoinked out,
He's
too.
going to warn Burns. I can't believe I'm racing the same guy twice in one day.
Yeah, it's almost like you're in a video game. Alright, we just gotta beat Smithers to Mr. Burns' mansion, and the fact that I was this far away from my car was a detriment to my success. Okay, so Smithers is a little bit harder this go around, but we're gonna make it. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay, let's see what we can do. A lot of this is about evading the computer cars that aren't just the baseline computer car you have to evade. You gotta watch out for the like extra random cars out on the street, because they can pile up and wreck your momentum. But I seem to be doing good so far in evading a lot of the obstacles. Mind you, because it's me, I've said that, and now that's going to result in some problems. Registered trademark. But I think I'm doing okay so far. Let me see if I can get this turn. There's an ultimate exploit skip here. If I can just, yeah, there we go. Whoa, cut so much time off of my run. Oh no. Okay, well that there's a little bit of a detriment right there, but it's okay. I just gotta, woo! Cut that one very close to the wire. But I think I should be good and golden now. I think it'll take Smithers quite some time to get here. Again, I've never been totally certain about the rubber banding in this game and how it works with the enemy AI trying to catch up with you. But I think, all things considered, I should be relatively in the clear. Let's just see how this goes. Oh, okay. And whoa! You got lucky, Burns. I could have run you over if I wanted to, and I just didn't.
See, Montgomery Burns, I know you're guilty. Accused! Sir?
Fine, I admit it. I had Amelia Earhart's plane shot down. That hussy was getting too big for her jodhpurs.
No! You're spying on Springfield with your black vans and surveillance
I have
cameras.
to mute Mike for a second to make a gross noise.
Aren't they connected with some sort of pizziola concern?
What? They were only pizza vans? I'm a clever idiot.
Whose bright idea was it to make a pizza delivery company that is like whose like delivery cars are FBI looking vans? Anyways, we got 70% of the way done with this level, which is not half bad, I should say. All right, save game here. I'll save to. That's my test run of this game. I was just trying to get back into the swing of playing it because I haven't played it in quite some time. Low-level employee harasses millionaire. Hounds released. Bone Storm 2 out today. Record truancy rate expected. It's now October 26th, so it's the next day. You know what this means? Only 5 days till Halloween. I told you. It's a Halloween game. Ye of little faith. I told you 100% we had a Halloween game on our hands. We're Bart now. Hello, Bart. We're Bart.
Why do these stupid things make me feel so good?
And Bart is going to watch. It's a reference to season 1. Watch this. Oh! Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it once more. Once more. Come on, once more. Oh, it's like the episode in season 1 where he cut off the head and the head is gone. Oh my goodness, it's so faithful to show. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, Thrill House, what do you have to say?
I gotta get the new Bone Storm or I'll be as uncool as Millhouse.
I'm standing right here, Bart.
Why did you say that to Millhouse?
You better get out of here, Bart. Principal Skinner's looking for everyone that skipped school today. And when you're caught, it's expulsion, Bart. Expulsion!
That doesn't sound necessarily like something that Bart would be too distraught about. I have seen episodes of him having a heck of a time being not in school. Yeah, it's totally Halloween. Thank you, Lilith. See, this is 100%. It's Halloween.
Whoa.
This is all Halloween themed.
I'll get you, Bart.
Hello, it's Seymour. Seymour, the house is on fire.
Damn your lightning fast wit.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing Seymour is a bad driver, or else this would maybe be challenging. Oh no, I'm a worse driver. Okay, got it. Whoa, gotta maintain with this honor roller car, which I have never understood why this is always the default Bart car. He has other cars than this one, but still. Gotta evade. There we go. Whoa. All right. Oh, dang! I was hoping that the handbrake would turn on. Yes. Yeah. There's Halloween episodes, and this takes place. It's games related to the show. It's Halloween related. It's a Halloween game. Trust me.
Last game, 4-finger discount. Some crazy lady destroyed all the rest.
When will they learn? Video games don't kill people. They just kill their minds.
There's no proof of that yet, Bartholomew. I play games, and my brain is a brain. Let's crash. Ow! Okay, let's. I'm sorry. This is glowing blue. It's going to distract me. Yeah. Oh! Like I've said before, that's like half the gags in this game. Is something explodes or catches on fire. That is 90% of like the gags. That is a good 98% of the gags in this game. It's Kearney.
How am I gonna get that new game?
Who cares? Video games are so late 90s. Illegal fireworks are all the rave now.
They are?
Better make it snappy though if you want to be part of this trend.
Oh, I didn't realize Kearney was such a fashion setter. All right, off we go. Classic 10-year-old. The mind can only stick with one task for so long. We opened with trying to get a video game. We have now swiftly moved into trying to get illegal fireworks because why the hey not? We're 10 years old and we've got a car that we can just drive on roads somehow, and that's what we do. Oh my goodness gracious! Someone's got to deal with these potholes that are in the road. That's just unsafe for driving. Auto.
1 box of your finest quality Chinese frog launchers, please.
Here you go, 2 kilos of Chinese sky candy. They'll blow you away.
Ooh. All right, now let's enter Moe's. Is Moe? There he is. There he is. Look at him sitting there behind the counter. You know who? Do you know who this is?
That's my move!
Certainly. Whoop, wrong button.
Sorry, Bart. I can't serve booze to a minor. It ain't right.
I'm here to buy fireworks.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's acceptable. It's like yeah, getting the fireworks is okay. Hey, come on. Thank you, video game. Respond to my controller inputs. I'm gonna try and make as much use of that clip as possible, because I only get so many chances to play it, you know. It has. I have that as a clip on my soundboard, and it has not come too much in handy until like today, honestly. Oh, I should not be wasting my time. I should not be wasting my time smashing those soda machines. Ow! Oh dear. I think that taxi's okay. Should be fine.
1 dozen of your best Tijuana toilet crackers, my good man.
Here you go, kid dude. Now don't blow your hand off. Or do. What do I care?
Yeah. Why do you care?
Safe
You've antagonized the Simpson family before. What does it matter if you do it again? Oh, that's why it matters. Karmic justice. You give fireworks to a child, he runs you over with his car in 10 seconds. Now then, I gotta say, for a soapbox racer car, it's got a good motor on it. Where does this thing go? I guess since that's probably Martin's doing, because technically this is Martin's car. It's not Bart's. Oh, dang. Hello, Ralph.
Ralph, word in the hood is
I'm in danger.
Fireworks make my ears yell. Here's some gumdrops. Now make with the works.
My daddy's going to put you in jail. Bye.
Nice reuse of lines from Road Rage.
You're looking at fire.
Now we just gotta evade Chief Wiggum, which is easier than you would think, because I'm pretty certain I just gotta do this. Whoa! And then do a little turn around. It's really just drive. If you can drive fast, then you should be in good hands, I would say. Mind you, he's catching up to me. I don't know why or how he's catching up to me, but he is. So let's do this maneuver. Oh, oh dang. The AI was expecting that. Oh my goodness, we gotta do this then. Go on, just get away. Come on. Let's go.
I fought the law and I won.
Nice Clash reference there, Bart. I love the Clash. That's a good song of theirs. Of course, the law wins in the song. But I guess that's why Bart is amazed. Oh, Lionel Hutz. There's a character we're never gonna see again. That's not me, like, pontificating or anything. We're just never gonna see Lionel Hutz ever again. Or Troy McClure. Rest in peace, Phil Hartman. He seems like a nice guy. Seemed. The show was never quite the same without those characters, I would say. Even though he didn't have that much to do in seasons 8 or 9, but still. Okay, I got that wrench, and now I immediately have done more damage to my car, so oopsie. It's comic book guy.
Hey, Jabba the Fat, do you know where I can get a copy of Bone Storm 2?
Do you? Time to converse with you. I must be the first to register my disgust on the internet regarding the new McBain film. The action was dismal, and the nudity was frustratingly fleeting. I barely get going.
Remember that this is all that when comic book guy is talking about doing things on the internet, he's referring to mid-2000s internet. I think Web 2.0 was like fresh and new. I don't think YouTube was even much of a thing yet when this game came out. And even then, you gotta think too that this is like, you know, really, this is a bunch of like 40-somethings writing about what they think the internet is, and they're always behind the times on that end. So, Alright, now this is a tricky scenario because this car is usually pretty quick. I gotta cut some corners here to make it work. Oh, come on, come on. Ah! Cutting corners, cutting corners! Oh, make it happen, make it happen. Oh, there we go. Cut it close on that one.
That your quest for Bone Storm 2 is quite futile.
Oh.
Professor Frink posted a message on my news group, alt.furryanimals.fanfiction.net.
Mid-2000s.
All the remaining video games.
Mid-2000s internet.
Oh. I'll thank you not to moan in my mid-sized vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Give it up for America's bad boy.
Well, I'm amazed that Bart is celebrating considering how he's just failed. He's lost. You lose, Bartholomew.
Trouble. I really need a new car.
All right. Well, now smash. All right. Let's just. Ooh, I know that that's here too. I think we're fast approaching another section where I'm gonna have to buy things, which shouldn't be too much of a hassle. I'm going to collect what I have already seen, which is to say, I'm gonna try and go for things to. Oh! Well, nice try. You shot my car, not me, silly wasp camera. Now, your hitbox could do with some working. There we go. That's more like it. And let's get in the car, because then they just teleport straight to me. There we go.
That was totally awesome.
Like I said before, I'm not going to try to be over-attentive with, like, getting collectibles, but still, it's always... It's usually, if you find a collectible in this game, there's a lot of coins attached with it, too, so it's always worth just, like... exploring. Like, there's one right there. I might as well go for the ones that are playing out in sight and I can see them. Like, I'm pretty certain there was one in here. Yeah, there's one right there now. So let's just let's turn around and, well, actually, wait a minute. I'm pretty certain there's one over here too. Lenny! Ah! Homer! Ah! I know you're not Homer! Ah! There's another wasp camera. Are you jumpable? You're jumpable, I think. Yeah, very jumpable. They're racking up the money really quickly. I don't think we're supposed to have, like, quadruple digits yet. And yet, look at what we got here. Alright, so, yeah, it's got to do some platforming in a not platforming game. Ooh, cut it close on that one.
Just give me a sec.
Ah, alright, got that one. Oh, see, I don't like the way the coins can, like, hop off into areas where if you need to, like, jump essentially off of the place that you've worked so hard to get to. Oh, Mr. Honey Bunny. Okay, that's that one. Let's get this down for the count. Come on, just okay. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna teleport my car over here.
Yo, lift.
There it is.
Please.
And then let's do this. Oh, I can't even do that. All right, fine. We'll do it your way then, soda machine. Kick, kick, kick. There it goes.
It's time for some.
Did I get all the? No, I didn't. I need to just run into the walls. Run into the walls. There we go. That is a crack in my glasses because I'm undead this month. This is the zombie ghost of Whitmer who's streaming this month, and this month specifically. That is the work of, I guess now would be as good time as any to plug. My Talk Sprite avatar that you see there is the work of the. Because that's just, it gets fixed every time I talk because it's magic. But yes, I'm going to plug this person because it did a very good job. If y'all like the avatar I have, the Talk Sprite avatar, I mean, I would most assuredly recommend that you check out Ruby Funky on Twitch and Twitter because it does great work. It's an amazing artist, and it currently, I believe, is taking commissions. So I shall shout out Ruby. First, let me shout out its Twitch, And now here's also its Twitter. So if you like the work that was done on my cool avatar there, I would 100% most assuredly recommend you check out Ruby. It's an amazing artist, and it did fantastic work, and I'm very, very happy with the work it did for my avatar. And it's actually going to be, I think I can say this, it's going to be, actually, Ruby's going to be guesting on stream next week, because as you can see in the chat there, the last game Ruby was streaming was Dead by Daylight, and Ruby will actually be joining me and good friends Riley and JB next Thursday, and we will also be playing Dead by Daylight here, because again, it is October, and I am spending October playing Halloween themes.
Oh, this is too cool.
Oh, I'm not verified at all. I'm not verified. That's the. I'm not verified at all. There is already a Whitmer who is verified, and that Whitmer is not me.
Whoa, got him.
I hope one day I get some verification, because that would be lovely if I could make partner on Twitch and like do this as a pretty stable, not stable in air quotes, but like as a regular thing. But the Whitmer who is out there already on Twitch is not me. So that's why I had to be the unverified Whitmer. Because I was like, well, look, I had a different username way back in long ago, but it was unpronounceable. So I was like, and it's not to say that it was a name that had like any offensive connotation to it. It was my name backwards, and that's an unpronounceable name. I mean, you can pronounce it, but it was just not easy to pronounce, and I wanted to make things easier and like have simpler branding, and I was like, I just want to go with my name, and I was like, there's already someone with my name on Twitch, so guess I just gotta take a stretch. Okay, I gotta take a stretch. And I'm not gonna hydrate yet. Well, if you gotta redeem it before I hydrate. Especially because I'm out of my drink that I have here, so if I hydrate, I gotta get up and go to my fridge and get a drink. So, but Cleaver has redeemed the stretch, so I have stretched. Now then, where is the way to the card that's up there? I'm pretty certain it's maneuvering across these rooftops. At least I'm 98% certain. I got up here at least. Maybe I have to like go the other direction. Actually, that is what I had to do. I had to do some stuff. Now I gotta take a drink. Okay. Then I shall do that in just a moment. I'm going to briefly go. Yeah. I'm going to briefly go on a BRB screen, and when I come back, I will have a drink and I shall hydrate. So none of you go anywhere. I shall be back in just a moment.
The folks who dare to swim say that I'm safe. Step into the rapids, so my trans ancestors say. It takes a little practice, but you'll be a girl someday. There's my reflection in the wave, she's laughing happily. Maybe I'll swim a few laps just to see if there's a better way of being me. Now I see the whirlpool was always made for me, big enough to hold all the new femininity. I don't think I was ever really on the shore, but now I know where I can be. What was I scared of in the sea? Welcome to the world, quenching years of internal war. Always walking for the whirlpool, now I see its floor. There's no distinction between land and the unknown, no longer quite so monochrome. The folks who dared to swim say welcome home. Step into the rapids, so my trans ancestors say. It takes a little practice, but you'll be a girl someday. There's my reflection in the waves, she's laughing happily. And I didn't know that I wanted to be. Step into the rapids, so my trans ancestors say. It takes a little practice, but you'll be a girl someday. There's my new body in the wave, she's laughing happily. Dive into the whirlpool, 'cause I see that she's a better way of being me.
We're back. Okay, and I have a drink, and I'm going to now take it and drink it right now. There we go. Thank you for the redemptions. I do appreciate them. Most sincerely. Now then. I am looking to get over to the other rooftop, and I think I might need to actually get a different car to do so. I think the honor roller is a bit too small of a car. So let me get the Plow King out on here. Because definitely the Plow King is going to have enough elevation that I can get to the part of the roofs that I need to get to. Because if it is my memory serving correctly, yes, I need to be here. This is how you get to the collector card. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. I know I said earlier that I wasn't going to, like, actively stop and halt game progress just to do all the collectible stuff. And I maintain I'm not going to do that. But also, I am going to, like, if they're out in the open as blatantly as this, I am going to go for it. There's also this gag here. Ooh, off they all go. Off go the rats that are siphoning off the Springfield Elementary School milk.
I don't remember these being here before.
Oh, whoa! Okay. Come on. Oh, there we go. See, now I gotta be deliberate about getting the coins. Oh, come on. Get the... and... there we go. Alright. This is gonna be most beneficial to me in the future, because as long as I get these collectible cards now as opposed to later, then what it means is that when the time comes where it's scripted that I have to buy like something like either a car or a costume later on down the line, I don't have to grind out for coins as much. I can just go for it, which is going to be most helpful and useful and lovely. Okay, I think those are the three. I think those are the three collectible cards that I saw that were just out in the open like that. So now, of all of that being okay, no one saw that. No one saw me attack a taxi like that. It's untruth. There's untruth to this. All right, so now, what were we up to before in the plot? Oh yes, we're trying to find Bone Storm, the video game, and wait. This car is destroyed. Can we drive it? We can drive the destroyed cars. That is a fun thing you can do. If you destroy your car, you can drive the remains of it. They control very poorly, mind you, but you can drive them. And they control very poorly, and they're not fun to listen to. They make these very grating, metallic screeching on the road sounds. I've actually lived this experience. Not this exact experience, but I have had an experience similar to this in terms of like driving just metal on pavement before. What kind of car was this before it was destroyed? Oh, this is the... wow, this car was just destroyed beforehand. Well then I won't repair it. I tried to repair it. It was already destroyed. You can't fix what's already broken. There's probably a lesson there. I don't know what it could be though. Alright, now then, what were we up to? I don't think there was anything around these ways that I saw out in the open. There is a collectible card over this way though, by the plot, which I've been evading for some reason. I don't know why I've been evading it, but I have been. Watch out, Professor Frink! Yeah, you see, you gotta watch out. I told you to watch out, and you did, and that's why you're alive today. Fantastic news. go up here. And whoop. There we go. Woo! Alrighty. There we are. Get some more coinage and bop! Off we go. So what have you got to say for yourself, Professor Frank?
I gotta play Bone Storm 2. Give me one.
No can do, my pointy-headed friend. I need the power of video game violence to run my latest invention / monster. If you find me a World War II communication radio and a satellite, then my creation will live, and we can play with it and enjoy the frolicking.
Oh, the frolicking.
Ooh, real violence is way better than TV violence. It's like a level boss come to life.
Uh-huh.
Now, who would have a World War II radio?
Just as a side note, there will be no level bosses in this game at all.
I better check.
There will be in the next game, but there aren't any in this one.
You got it. Let's hit the town.
Alright, so now we gotta follow the pizza van to Herman's Military Antiques. Even though we already know where Herman's Military Antiques are, because that's where we met Kearney a couple missions ago. But somehow or other, Bart has forgotten where it is. I guess it's to do with the youth and inexperience of a child's mind. Wow! Oh, I missed the wrench. Oh, dang. Alright, I gotta be careful and gentle because I don't want to outpace the car that I'm supposed to be following. But that being said, I really could stand to fix up my car. I think it's coming in now. So there it is. So now let me do this. Let me do a quick turn on through the car wash. The wrench should have respawned by now. Yes, it has. Goody, goody, goody for me. Oh! Lenny's having himself a day today, unfortunately. He's been run over. Technically, I guess it's 2 days. But he's been run over a lot these past 2 days. Lenny's having himself a week. Hey, where you... Wait. Where are you going? Where are you going? Hey, where are you going? Computer? Computer. This is what I was talking about, by the way. This is where the follow missions to. Oh, okay. Well, the AI has now reset itself after being totally fucked. So now there we go. Oh, we're back in it now. Woohoo! Woo! All right, back into the game we go. Yippee! That is a very calming occurrence, and that's why the follow missions in this game don't really work the way they should. But that's what can you do about that? Oh, there goes Snake. There he goes. What have you to say for yourself?
Hey, Springfield's lamest. What's the deal?
Didn't you hear? Herman's been robbed. Hey, you don't know who did it, do ya? Because if you did, boy, that would be great.
Oh, no. Now where am I going to get a radio?
These fresh skid marks leading away from the scene of the crime could be a clue.
Welcome back, Lilith.
But who's to say, really?
Also, I'm just going to get this out of the way. Down with thee. Again, there we go. I don't want to get a hit and run immediately. But oh, you got chips? That's nice. I hope they're very tasty chips. Oh. Alright. Where's Snake? Wow. Alright, there we go.
So glad to be of service.
Oh, dang, you got run over by the van.
Hey, Snake, what's up?
Do I know you, little dude?
I need that radio you borrowed.
No way, little dude.
I like the dialogue specific character animations of the like shaking the head like and then the oh, potato chips, those are nice.
For the radio.
Oh, I totally agree.
I've always been a fan of the cheddar and sour cream potato chips. I've always liked the flavor profile of those. I haven't had them in a while. I should consider getting some at some point. Okay, I think I'm doing good against the Snake right now. Ah! Don't do that to me, AI. There it goes again. Doing this, the classic. Oh, look at this! I just did a turn signal. None? No, there's not there. Alright. Oh, they did it again! Oh! Alright, see, there's classic maneuvers of the AI bots being like, oh, but what if I made this hard for you? Alright, It's okay though, because I know a shortcut that Snake did not take, so that's why he's gonna lose and I'm gonna win! Woo! Alright, there we go.
Find a satellite dish. Who has those anymore?
Oh my
I
goodness.
know, like trash.
Ah! Alright then, so now we're gonna go get a satellite dish from Cletus the Slack-jawed Yoko. So, it's the long trek across to the next mission. I better run, eh? Is that what I better be doing? So say you. Oh, there we go. Just gonna nab some more coinage while I'm out on the town. Oh, okay. Whoop. Just whoop. Okay. I'm doing a lot. All right, and okay. Cletus, you got some explaining to do, I think.
Hey there, Mr. Slack-jawed Yokel.
That be I.
Can I borrow your satellite dish?
Yeah, the sour cream and cheddar chomps are very lovely. I do enjoy them a lot.
City youngster. Those darn revenuers don't like me selling roadkill.
I haven't had like those chips in ages because of me trying to act in solidarity with all of the workers for these companies who've been like on strike. I'm trying to remember like the Nabisco workers, and now I think it's is it Nestle or is it something else? It was some company that was I think Nabisco is on. It was like Nabisco was on strike before, and now it's like Kellogg's, I think. And the point I'm getting at is that I've been trying to act in solidarity with all these people who are striking, so I haven't had like those kinds of chips in like a long time. And I think now, I think the company that does like the sour cream and cheddar chips, I think their thing got settled, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. I'll have to research it. I did hear about Twitch being, they didn't get kinda hacked, they got totally hacked. They got like, there was a security breach and like their whole like source code got leaked and people like got, and like pretty much it was like everyone's stream keys got like refreshed, and I changed passwords, and like they're also like the top earners on Twitch, you could like see what everyone was earning. Like the whole website got leaked on like a torrent, so it was more than just like kinda, it was the whole thing gone. I did hear about that, and my reaction was, there goes Twitch again, fucking up as usual, because that's sadly where we are right now with Twitch, just doing its usual failures. So that was my reaction to it. I just was very much like, okay, well, my reaction was change my password and refresh my stream key, and then Twitch refreshed stream keys anyway for everyone. So I was just like, okay, that was how I responded to that whole thing. But yeah, that was wild, and I can't believe that Twitch is that bad a website that something as egregious as that would happen. I mean, I'm not totally shocked considering, you know, it's a subsidiary of Amazon and thus under the Bezos umbrella, but still. And it was the camera. That was something else, I must say. I feel like it was an odd thing too, because like the news of like the whole source code getting like, yeah, that, I mean, and that was what should have happened. I mean, like, you know, I don't want to be too much of like a, you know, I don't want to do the usual thing of everyone going, well, always remember to reset your passwords, even though, like, you know, that's not bad advice. But simultaneously, I do recognize the frustration it is of constantly having to reset and then remember every password to every single website that you frequent and have an account on. So, like, all over the map on that one. But, I won't lie, like, I didn't have too much of an issue with it. I haven't been getting too much stuff going on. I felt bad though because it was like the stuff with the Twitch code leaking and all that. That all went on and was happening, and then like simultaneously, like it was a weird thing. The day that like the news broke about that, I was guesting on my friend Riley's stream, and my friend Cleaver was on that stream with me. And whilst we were live, like her stream did like a weird thing. I don't know what was going on with that, but it was like sort of like, I don't know, it was like her channel was like streaming, but it wasn't really her streaming. It was like sort of like some unknown third entity kind of was streaming from her account. It was a weird thing. I don't know what the story was behind all of that. All I know is that it was definitely was something that I was like, okay, this is something to like definitely be like, if I wasn't gonna reset or change my password before, I definitely was going to after that was going on. Yeah, it was really, really creepy.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Do you have a blender?
Not now, okay? My monkeys have escaped.
Oh,
Can you catch
relatable
them for
problem.
me? I'll be so grateful.
Why won't they come back to you?
Because I have tortured them horribly, silly.
Less relatable
Look at all
problem.
those monkeys in my car. I better get a big truck or something.
A big truck. We're gonna need Mr. Plow. Go, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. There's a collector card there, but we're gonna be getting it in mid-mission, so I'm not too hung up about nabbing it immediately. Homer!
I need your truck, Homer.
Why should I give you that?
Because I love you.
Pay up, sucker.
You're charging your own son?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. Let's get Mr. Plow out on the field. Monkey see, monkey do!
Fine by me.
This mission in particular gave me such a hard time as a youngster. It doesn't as much now, but then we'll also see if I completely fail it. Because the potential for me to fail is always there. Ah, get that out of my way. Get the sprints on. Alright, so nab these coins and nab this card whilst it's there. Alright, I've already got 6 out of 7 down. That's nice. I should, if I was more of a, like, on a collector-a-thon right now, I would be trying to get the last one, wherever it is, but I don't know. Alright, let's see here. Just gotta get this all dealt with. It helps that all of these are in pretty much, like, the same concentrated location. I think if I just do that for right now, and then go for this one here, and then this one here. Don't bother with the wasp camera, I'll deal with that later. Maybe. I'll come back for those. But also, bow, bow, bow! Oh, got that monkey. Alright, that's 1/3 of them down. 10 out of 30. There's this one here. And look at these monkeys. Look at these. Look at these GameCube, PlayStation 2, original Xbox monkeys. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. There's that one. Alright. And silly music too. Okay, well, car is kind of stuck. That's not helpful. Video game, not helpful in the slightest. Okay. But this one. Oh! Well, dang. Good thing that this car has got pretty steady strength to it. More so than the honor roller, I know that much. Alright, that one. That one. And this one. Oh, is this happening to you frequently? Oh! Ah, okay. So then there's this one over here. Boop! These ones around the hospital.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Yes. Okay, 5 more left to go. 6, 7. Alright, where's... Okay, this one here. Okay. So, the last 2 are... Oh, there, okay. That's an easy enough job. And with 1.5 minutes left, yeah, this is no skin off me. This is okay. Well, if the cars keep getting in my way, though, that's an issue and a dilemma.
Bingo!
Woo! Okay, there we are. Now, talk to Dr. Nick. Oh, right on the borderline of getting into hit and run territory.
Welcome home, Daddy's little angels. Now, to put the electrodes
You've
in
changed
your
your password, but you would assume people who don't wouldn't get target. Yeah. Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, it's like they're gonna. I mean, you never know. It all depends on like how much info you have. You know, I feel like it's gonna be a universal target thing. Like you don't want to like have. You know, if there's too much info you have locked into, it's never bad to be safe and secure with like what your security level is on any online website. You know, it doesn't. It's not like something that you have to exclusively be a streamer to have affect you, because you never know like what's gonna happen. You never know what kind of website it'll be too. I once had to change all my passwords because the game Town of Salem got hacked, and then like it, you know, I hadn't been playing that game for ages and ages and ages, and I thought nothing of it. I just was like, okay, well, they got, you know, Town of Salem had a data breach or whatever, but like I don't play that game, so I can't see there being anything too wrong with it. And ages later, like a couple of years later, I was on Amazon, the website. And I was ordering stuff from when I was buying my PC rig that I'm using right now. And I was like, well, why is my address, like, wrong on there? And then I looked into it, and it was that the password that I was using for Amazon was the same as the one that had been obtained in the hack with Town of Salem. And so they had that password, and then they used it to hack my Amazon account, and then I had to like call up Amazon and like fix everything and change all my info and all that. And that was a time-consuming thing to do, and you know it's worth it. Just like you never know what is the case, and who's hacking where and how things are going to carry over. So it's always. You know, I don't want to be too much of a fearmonger, but I also want to be just like, you know, it's always good to be like making sure everything's secure, and also like enabling two-factor authentication if you can too, because hackers usually can't crack that, as far as I'm aware. Like that was something too that people were saying, like, yeah, you know, on Twitch you should change password. If you're a streamer, you should reset your stream key. But then also it was like you should definitely consider in like enabling two-factor authentication, because then they can't like hack into your account. Even if they have the password, you're gonna have a prompt. They have to like type in a code that would get sent to your phone or something. And if you have your phone on you, you're gonna know if someone's like using your phone or whatever to log in without your permission. So it's always good to have two-factor authentication enabled too.
I didn't do it.
It's more hoops to jump through in terms of logging into websites and stuff, and that is an irritation, but it also is worth it to maintain online security and stuff, you know? Okay, so we're in the final stretch now of like missions, which is to say that this is the final mission of this level. We need to smash up these cars that have got cell phone interference. Cell phones from like 2004. Even though modern cell phones and stuff, they still interfere with radio signals and things. I learned that the hard way as a audio technician. There was a couple ages ago, I was doing audio engineering for a local theater in my town, and we would give the actors or whoever was like performing plays and things, we would give them these like wireless microphones, so that way then you didn't have all these like wires hanging around all over the place. And it was actually a pretty common thing that what would happen was that frequently with wireless microphones, you would be like doing a show or whatever, and then the actors would be talking, and without warning, you would get this really ugly static. And, you know, like, static is, like, not the most pleasant thing to hear anyways, in, like, little tiny doses on, like, a radio or whatever. Imagine hearing static being blown up on a giant theater PA system. It kills the ears. And what was happening was that people were not turning off their cell phones, like, before the theater show. And because of that, because they would be, like, having their cells on, like, during a play or whatever, if, like, some cell data interference, like, came over the signals, it would get picked up by the wireless mics, and then you would hear this really loud, like, coming over these, like, giant speakers in the, you know, in a big, like, play theater. And it was just hard going. So, like, to a degree, like, this level mission might be a little bit dated, but it also is, like, an eternal thing that has never really been fixed. So, there's a moral to this story, too, which is that when theaters and playhouses and things say to you, please shut off your phones during the duration of the play, it's not just because you don't want your phone going off in the middle of the play and interrupting the actors' performances. It also has to do with the fact that if the playhouse is running on wireless mics and your cell data is interfering with the signal of those microphones, it's going to result in a really loud, angry, static sound that's going to hurt all your ears. There's the final collectible card. If there's a moment when this mission is over and I don't have to rush over to do the final bit, I'm definitely going to try to nab that final collectible card. I only have a minute 30 to... Oh, never mind. There we go. Okay. It is nice that they keep giving me the grace period of, like, doing another set of time in terms of destroying all these cars. It's nice that they give you the little reset time. Because there will be moments later on in this game where they don't do that, and it will result in some very frustrating moments. But we're not at that level yet. Yet. Now, I need to get a wrench because this car doesn't do damaging other cars very well. It can do them, obviously, but it doesn't handle it very well. It's a very fragile car. Ah! Okay, come on. Whoa, camera. Okay. Do it out, camera. Oh, dang. Well, I didn't kill that other car. This one did, so... Retribution. Karmic retribution. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Ah! Okay. You wanna just... Oh. Come back here. I'm so close to destroying you if you don't destroy yourself. Ah!
I just know I'm
Come on. The smoke is heavy and dark and thick. Come on. And we could do this, we could do this, we could do this. Just another couple of, like, little grazings of things. Alright, maybe that will do some damage anyways. Okay, you've played that clip before, video game. Come on. Good hit. No, dang. Oh, wow, we're so close. We're so close. I can sense it, and so can you. Come on. There we go. Okay, I have 2 minutes to drive back to the stadium. It does not take 2 minutes to drive back to the stadium. I'm going to grab this last collector card. So, come on, there we go. Alright, there we go. Got all 7 of those. So I got the bonus game track unlocked. That's fantastic. I will show off what that is in just a moment. Woo! Okay. Now then, come on. We got the stadium's right here. Only got a couple of... Oh, take a drink. I need to take a drink. I'm going to pause and take a drink. Okay. Oh! I unpaused and ran over a poor unfortunate soul. That's unfortunate. Okay. Hi, Frank. Oh.
Because I didn't have a good now.
Yeah.
Well done, my little sociopath.
Hey.
I like to smash.
Now there's no chance my Truckosaurus will go on a killing rampage with the screaming and the sadness and the hosing of blood off the robot.
Yeah, that's always a good sign.
All right, that was so cool.
Funny you should say that, Lilith. October, Halloween night, Among Us night.
Truck/dinosaur.
Yeah, it's definitely happening. Don't you worry. That Among Us is definitely in the lineup this month.
Truckosaurus!
Not necessarily community. It's going to be limited to like 10 people. Oh, hello. It's Halloween! Here's aliens! It's Halloween! It's a Halloween game. I told you. You gotta trust me. Look. Bart's been kidnapped, abducted by aliens. It's Halloween. It's a Halloween game. I told you. I told you it was. You have little faith. But there's the Halloween connecting thread. It's there. It's real. Definitely a Halloween game. I told you we'd find it eventually. Oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna bother reading that headline. Not because I'll see it again when I load up this game next week. And we'll be playing the Lisa mission next week. But for right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to quit. I'm gonna show off the two. Yeah, I know you had a lot of faith. Don't you worry. I know you all had faith. Why? No one would ever doubt here. This is not a doubting. It's not a. Y'all are not doubting audience people. You're wonderful and trusting, and I'm glad that you trust me to know what I'm talking about. So since we got all the collector cards in the last 2 levels, we've unlocked the bonus game stuff. And once this loads in, we have these little tiny race car things, and we can select the track and the number of laps. So let's do this as Homer with his classic car. If I had other people here, this is essentially the multiplayer of Hit and Run. If I had other people here, I could plug them in. You're gonna go play Among Us? Sounds good. Have fun with Among Us, Lilith. But yes, so this is essentially the bonus game thing. It's basically another race car thing, but you control it from this top-down perspective. So it's a bit more like a radio car kind of thing, and it's something I've never been too spectacularly good at, and I think it mainly has to do with just the control of. I think it mainly has to do with just the way that they present this as a top-down perspective rather than first-person perspective. Because this control's exactly the same as it would in the base game. It's just harder for me to kind of get a grasp on my bearings when it's like this. So that's basically. I'm just gonna show that off. You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to lurk or anything because we're about to wrap things up here. But yeah, that's basically the bonus game. So I'm gonna wrap stuff up for now. Thank you all so much, those of you who have been here and have tuned in. I hope you have had fun with this stream. The plan for next week, stick around because we are going to raid, and I'm probably going to. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna raid. Nose is not itching as much anymore. Getting up and walking around and being in a bit more open air environment definitely helped. So I'm not gonna raid because there's no one whom is like small enough that I follow that is live right now. But just gonna quickly talk about what's upcoming. The next stream is going to be Monday, and that's going to be at 3:30 p.m. East Coast time, and we're going to be continuing on with our playthrough of Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4, which, again, another Halloween game, takes place during Halloween. It counts. And then next Thursday at 7 p.m. East Coast time, me and friends Riley and JB, and also friend and stream avatar illustrator Ruby, are going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, and that's going to be happening on Thursday. And then next Friday, around the same time at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be playing some more of this game. And I hope you all can tune in for those streams. It should be a fun time. Anyways, I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye.